Hi guys. Okay, so I want to talk about the many different types of spiritual entities, right? So basically, in the ethereal realm, um, there are many different types of entities. Entities that have, um, different types of looks. Some of them look kind of creature-like. Some of them may have just like a silhouette, like a dark silhouette. They're also known as shadow people. So when I was younger, I remember I was trying to take a nap upstairs. I believe I was like a little bit under the weather, but I wasn't like full blown sick or anything. But I was upstairs. My family and I used to live in a duplex, and that duplex is known for being haunted. Being a haunted apartment. And so I didn't think anything of it. My whole family was downstairs in the living room, but I was the only one that like went to bed early. And then all of a sudden I looked over to the doorway and I saw this huge like shadowy figure, but it was like a solid shadow, like it was all dark. But it was a silhouette of a person that's really tall, kind of like a giant, but kind of a little bit longer, like slender and thin. And I remember seeing the head was at the same height as the ceiling, but you can kind of see through the doorway. And so it was trying to get into my room. It was like creeping up towards me. And then so I screamed really hard. And that's when my family came and ran upstairs. And that's when I realized, later on in life, I think I was like 12, I think, no, 11. Yeah, I was 11 years old, 10 or 11. Um, and I realized that that was a form of shadow person. Shadow people have existed for eons. They were actually here before us, before human, or at least maybe this version of humans, not the previous version. There's a long story behind that, but that's it for another day. But so this version of us, they were here before. So they've been here for a long while. So you sometimes, if you see a shadow person, I don't recommend that. I don't recommend you talking to them or even conversing or even like trying to get to know them or anything. I don't think that they are hostile. But I don't recommend it, from what I heard. And it's kind of funny because before I never even knew like shadow people are real. Like I thought it was just a figment of my imagination, being a young kid with a really great imagination. I've always been very, inquisitive and just really just my, daydreaming all the time and seeing, certain things that other people probably didn't see, spirits and stuff, just growing up. But yeah, so I didn't realize that they existed until one day, my ex and I went on vacation. I think it was like Bahamas or Bermuda, and we were on an excursion, and then the guy that was operating the sailboat there was talking about, no, it was a sailboat, because we were doing, was it a sailboat? It was some kind of boat. And then he was talking to my ex, and normally I'm really shy. I'm a very introverted person. I know it doesn't seem like that, but I am. And he was talking to my ex, and my ex was like, "Hey, dude, my girlfriend saw the same thing when she was little. It was like a shadow person, right?" And he was like, "Yeah." So then I know that, and then after a while, after years passed, that's when I realized that a lot of people see shadow people, and they are actually a race that exists here on this planet. So, yeah, that's one thing that I want to um, mention. And then I also have a relative who did see a shadow person, and they said that they touched the shadow person, and the shadow person felt really rubbery. I credit that one to Julie. But I honestly have not been touched or grazed by any shadow entities, so I don't really know how they feel like, but I do know what they look like. And there are many different shapes and sizes and height as well. just like humans, you know, they have very similar silhouette features. So like you can kind of see the figure, but you can't really see, like they don't have eyes or facial features or anything like that. They're just all kind of like just shadow, dark. Um, they don't normally come out during the day, but they can. They like to be in a shadowy area instead of like, if it's their sunlight, they don't like that. They normally just stay kind of in the shadows or in the dark. They normally come out at nighttime. So, yeah, that's what I remember. I've seen shadow people like, I think like 3, 4 times in my whole lifetime so far. I remember being, I think I was like, I went, my sponsor, because my family was sponsored over from another country, from Cambodia to, Thailand, because we were refugee there. Refuge there, but we came from there to here, and I remember the family that took care of us, they would normally take us out and go camping, things like that, and they had a place in Vermont, and there was like an outhouse for the bathroom, and I remember my sister and I went, and I was so small, I think I was like 6 years old, and I remember there was like a family of shadow people, and there was a little shadow kid, like literally a child, like the silhouette of a child, but they're all dark, like all shadow. So it was pretty interesting. Every single time I got scared as a kid, I would literally, like, I would have a fever. My fever would go up to like 104, 105. There was one time when I saw a shadow person, my fever went up really high, up to like 108. I had to be rushed to the hospital to be iced up. It was kind of crazy. So I don't know if that was a reaction because I was just so scared. But growing up now, it's different. Like, I see them, I don't really pay attention. You have the power to remember you're the strongest one, okay? Like your spirit, source, prime creator, whatever you believe in, or however you titled God, you have God's light. So you don't have to be scared. So I mention and talk about these entities because it's good to have awareness, but it's also good to know your own power, to know that you have the power to repel anything negative, and you don't have to be scared. It takes a very empowered person to know that. So I encourage you now to be empowered, to know that you are powerful and that you have God's light. And all you have to do is your imagination. God's imagination is basically what is. It's the all power. So you can imagine like a bright white light or a golden light coming out of your body, or if you do work with Archangel Michael or Archangel Metatron works with purple gold rays, purple and gold, and then the blue flame sword would be with Archangel Michael. You can call upon either of them to help protect you if you feel scared, if you don't feel like you have enough of the courage to call forth your own power that resides within you. And Spirit's light is within you. And when I say Spirit's light, it's basically God's white light. And sometimes it has like a golden ray to it too. But from what I've seen through, I will talk about this. I'll probably make this a series about it. But the reason why the purpose of making these videos is to really let you know that you are so powerful and that you have the ability to truly, truly protect yourself spiritually. So, to protect yourself physically on the human realm, I would definitely recommend taking martial arts. I love martial arts. I want to go back into it, but I think that I encourage all genders or non-binary or anything, whatever it is whatever pronoun that you resonate with, everyone, I believe, I recommend to really truly learn spiritual empowerment and physical empowerment as well. So with that said, I'll see you in my next one. This is kind of a long one for you guys, but I just wanted to show off my cute little faux nose ring here. I can't get any piercings because I get keloids, but it's cute and I like it. All right, love you guys. Talk to you later. Bye.